All right, Internet, you win. I finally tried LSDJ.
Freebie.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Freebeat, where I post new music-related content every single day, so if that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Today's patron shout-out goes to Urban Canyons. Thank you so very much for the support. Let's get started. So this is my Anbernic RG280M. It is a handheld retro game console. Basically, this thing can handle any video game system emulator from about Nintendo 64 backwards. I bought this early last year so I could play my old Game Boy Advance games in a more proper setting, with the controls, the hardware controls like this, rather than on the phone or at my PC. And it's been great for that. I recently beat Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga for the first time in my life because high school Freebeat could simply not handle that final boss for whatever reason, but I finally did it in my early 30s. Good job, me. And I think it's about time for a Final Fantasy Tactics Advance playthrough, one of my favorite games of all time. But yeah, this guy I think cost me about $90. It's got a really nice metal build. The buttons are great. It's even got an analog stick down here with a nice clicky L3. But why am I telling you this? Well, for the past year or so, as the channel has really started to grow, I've been getting more and more requests to check out the Polyend Tracker and the Dirtywave M8 Tracker. Both of these devices use a tracker workflow, which is basically a very old school way of writing music. You do it vertically, it uses a hexadecimal system, and to be completely honest, it had no appeal to me at all. I really did not want to use it. I probably drove one of my patrons, Galactic Tapes, nuts because in our patron Discord server, he was constantly telling me how awesome the Polyend Tracker is and how good the Dirtywave M8 looks, and I was just like, not for me. The whole concept of basically programming your music vertically and everything from your envelopes to your filters to your effects, everything basically containing a command, really did not appeal to me, and I did not think I would like it. And because of that, I didn't really feel like, paying up the $600 to buy either of those devices, let alone you can't even get the M8 right now. It's on back order till I think September. So everyone's pleased for me to try a hardware tracker workflow, just basically fell on deaf ears. And then someone brought the software called Little Sound DJ, or LSDJ, to my attention. It's Game Boy software that's essentially a tracker. So it's a DAW for your Game Boy that uses the tracker workflow. Best of all, it's free. Now, it seems the way most people play this is they have an original Game Boy, they get a flash cart, they put it on there. My Game Boy Pocket barely turns on, and I don't have a flash cart, but I had this laying around. This can run a Game Boy emulator. So I downloaded the LSDJ ROM, threw it on my SD card in the Game Boy ROMs folder, and booted it up, and lo and behold, it worked. But what I was met with was a very complicated looking interface, an overwhelming seemingly amount of things to click on and places to go. No idea how to navigate or anything like that. Like, what was this PYWSCPITG thing in the corner? I had no idea how any of this worked. So I did the unthinkable, and my ADHD self found a 45-minute tutorial just covering the basics of LSDJ, and I sat down and watched the whole thing. Of course, the entire time I had this in my hand and I was pausing and going back and trying to figure out how things worked. And as I learned, I began to enjoy what I was doing quite a bit. About 20 minutes after finishing that tutorial, I had come up with this. And I was hooked. I'm not sure what it is about this software that speaks to me. Maybe it's the fact that I'm doing it on one of my favorite video game systems I've ever owned in this little RG280M. There's something to be said for having so few buttons, but having so many button combinations to navigate, move around the UI, and program different things. I think Gabe Miller said it best in his overview of the Dirtywave M8. It just feels elegant. Holding select and using the D-pad to move around the menu screen, turns out that's what that PYHSCPITG thing was, feels incredible. You can easily get anywhere you need to and have a reference to where you are just by whatever letter is highlighted. The idea of breaking everything down from your overall song, composed of different chains, to then breaking down those chains, composed of different phrases, to then phrases composed of different notes and instruments, which are super easy to program, by the way. And clear, just like that. B and A, boom, right there. Just like you're running and jumping with Mario, right there. The play system and what you hear being dependent on what screen you're on. It's all very elegant. And I understand that I haven't even scratched the surface of what's possible here, because when you're programming your notes in, there's also this command section over here where you have basically a different command for every letter of the alphabet and values for those commands too. I have no idea what any of those do except for E, which is envelope, and I only barely understand that, let alone the actual sound design process of going into our synths themselves here and taking a look at those. I haven't even used the Wave engine yet. I don't know how that works, and I barely understand how the drums work. If you go in and listen to my drum part, it's very, very basic. But I have listened to the tracks that folks have come up with using this software, and they are incredible. So yeah, I'm not sure what it is about this software and just the overall experience of programming this way that has appealed to me, because I really did not think I would like it, but boy, do I. So at this moment, I would like to take a second to apologize to Galactic Tapes. You were right. I do enjoy this workflow. You were right the whole time. And I would certainly bet on me at least checking out either the Polyend Tracker or the Dirtywave M8 this year. Of course, the Dirtywave M8 being completely portable and battery powered, as well as almost in the budget category for this channel anyway, really does appeal to me and would be in line with a lot of the other gear that we've checked out. So if I can get my hands on one of those, whew, that would be awesome. In terms of LSDJ though, I highly recommend giving it a shot. It's a refreshing take on writing music if you've never used the tracker workflow, and I'm really excited to dig into it. I also highly recommend any of the Anbernic retro consoles for taking a look at LSDJ. They're in no way affiliated with this video or anything like that, but yeah, I've just been really enjoying this thing for the past year or so, and now even more that I've got LSDJ on here. I do hope you found this video informative or at least entertaining. If you did, be sure to leave a like on it. If not, you know where to find that little dislike button, that pesky little thumbs down. Doesn't hurt my feelings, just makes me try that much harder next time. Either way, though, be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Thank you all so very much for being here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.